Fairies. They spark our imaginations. Tiny and winged, they flit through forests. Their magic feels ancient, full of secrets. But what are fairies really? Where do these stories come from? Fairies are mythical creatures. They are often depicted as human-like in appearance, but smaller. Sometimes they have shimmering wings. They are said to possess magical powers. These powers can be used for good or for mischief. Stories about fairies exist in many cultures. Some believe they are nature spirits. Others see them as powerful beings from another realm. Fairies live in hidden places. They might dwell in forests, gardens, or near hills. Wherever nature thrives, fairies might be found. They are said to love music and dancing. They are often blamed for strange occurrences. Missing objects, a sudden gust of wind, fairies might be the cause. Join us as we explore the captivating world of fairies. We'll delve into their mysteries, legends, and history. Get ready to discover the magic that surrounds these enchanting beings. Fairy legends are full of wonder and warning. They tell of enchantments and dangers. Fairies can be helpful, but also mischievous. They are quick to anger, especially if disrespected. One common theme is the fairies' love for tricking humans. They might lead travelers astray with their magic, or they might steal precious objects, leaving behind only riddles. Fairies are often linked to nature's power. They guard sacred places like springs and trees. They might reward those who respect the natural world, but they punish those who harm it. Some stories tell of fairies granting wishes. But beware, fairy magic often comes with a price. A wish granted might have unexpected consequences. One famous legend speaks of fairy rings. These are circles of mushrooms found in fields. People once believed fairies danced within these rings at night. Disturbing a fairy ring was considered very unlucky. It might anger the fairies and bring misfortune. Fairies are tricky creatures full of secrets. Their legends remind us to tread carefully in the natural world. Respect for nature might just keep you on the good side of the fairies. Do fairies still exist? It's a question that sparks debate even today. While many see fairies as myth, some still believe. Sightings of strange lights or unexplained occurrences fuel these beliefs. Some people claim to have encountered fairies. They describe tiny beings flitting through gardens or forests. Others report finding fairy rings or hearing faint fairy music. While science offers explanations for many fairy phenomena, the human imagination loves a good mystery. The belief in fairies might stem from our desire for a bit of magic in our lives. Fairies represent the wonder and mystery of the natural world. They remind us that there are still things we don't fully understand. Even if we don't believe in fairies literally, their stories hold power. They teach us about respecting nature and the consequences of our actions. Whether real or imagined, fairies continue to capture our hearts and inspire our dreams. Perhaps the real question isn't, do you believe in fairies? But do you believe in magic? If you keep an open mind and a sense of wonder, you might just find a little bit of fairy magic in your own life. Section 4. Through Time and Tales, Fairies Across Cultures. Fairy lore spans the globe, appearing in different forms throughout history. In Celtic cultures, fairies are powerful beings known as the Tuatha De Danann. These fairies possessed magical objects and ruled over Ireland in ancient times. Norse mythology features the Light Elves, beautiful beings associated with nature and fertility. In Japan, mischievous creatures called yokai include many fairy-like beings. These yokai could be tricksters or bring good fortune, depending on their nature. Native American folklore tells of tiny spirits that inhabit nature, often acting as protectors or guides. Fairy tales passed down through generations often feature fairies. These stories teach lessons about courage, kindness, and the dangers of greed. From Cinderella's fairy godmother to the mischievous Puck in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, fairies have entertained and captivated audiences for centuries. The diversity of fairy lore across cultures shows how universal the appeal of these magical beings truly is. They reflect our hopes, fears, and our enduring fascination with the unknown. Section 5. A Touch of Wonder, the Enduring Allure of Fairies. Fairies continue to enchant us. They remind us of the magic that can exist in the world if we just open our hearts to it. Their stories, passed down through generations, still hold power. They teach us about the importance of nature, the consequences of our actions, and the power of believing in something beyond ourselves. Whether we believe in them literally or not, fairies represent something timeless. They embody the wonder of childhood, the mystery of nature, and the endless possibilities of imagination. In a world that often feels ordinary, fairies offer a touch of magic. They remind us to never stop believing in the extraordinary. So the next time you're walking through a forest, keep an eye out for a flash of wings or a circle of mushrooms. You might just catch a glimpse of a fairy, or at least feel their magic in the air. And even if you don't, the simple act of looking for wonder might be enough to bring a little bit of fairy enchantment into your life.